the land of the free and the home of the
How we doing now?
You got 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
4 more. Okay, that's fine. We should be able to play through those and then do the lineups and then just go into the game from there.
All right. Of course, you realize once the game starts, I'm going to take a smoke break, right?
Of course. Huh?
Gotta keep up the routine, man. Can't break routine.
Well, if we go into the game with the lineups, I think it's okay. All right, I need to turn you on.
Ooh, turn me on. Okay. So, I went to watch the Greenwood game on Channel 9 today because I knew they were showing it. Turn it on. There's no lovely voices. So I was talking to Bridget about.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that.
And he didn't have us. He didn't have us on.
Awesome.
He sat there the whole game.
Did he not notice that he couldn't hear us?
I don't know, because he did a sound check, remember?
Yeah.
And he told us it sounded good.
Yeah. Whatever. It is what it is.
Bridget was not happy.
We are 5-8. They are 3-3. 2-0 D13. We are 2-1 D13.
Well, we need this one, don't we?
God, if we would have beaten Todd.
We lose this one.
Last commercial, guys.
We lose this one, we're out of it. Out of it, but.
No, they're pretty out of it.
Pretty out of it, yeah.
Pretty darn out of it. Because they would have to lose to somebody else.
15
Right.
seconds.
And they're not going to lose to Todd or Russell.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Back here at LadyCat Soccer Field, where we're a few minutes from getting underway with this District 13 matchup between your Franklin Simpson Lady Wildcats and the Logan County Lady Cougars. Brian, it's been a little bit since we saw this team in action, but the last time that we saw the Lady Wildcats, it was here, and it was against Muhlenberg County, I believe. And even though the Lady Wildcats dropped that match 4-0, we both walked away very impressed with what we saw that game.
Absolutely. They competed well with a really good Muhlenberg County team that night. Have had a couple of losses since then, picked up a win as well. As we were talking about during the break, really, really tough loss. Guess that was Tuesday night over in Elkton against Todd County. A district game that if you're the Lady Cats, you just could not hardly afford to lose. They dropped that one, and now that really puts them behind the proverbial 8-ball tonight as a good Logan County team comes to town. If you want that, if you still want to hold out hope of that 1 seed in the district tournament, you got to win this game tonight.
And the Lady Wildcats, as you mentioned, dropped that match to Todd County Central. That game went to 2 overtimes, a 4-3 decision in that one. That dropped the Lady Wildcats to 2-1 now in District 13 play. The Lady Cougars coming to this one at 2-0. They've got a win so far this season over each of Russellville and Todd County Central. So the winner of this game, at least for the moment, will be in first place in the district. So I think it's about time we get into the starting lineups for both teams. So we'll start with the away team, the Logan County Lady Cougars. I like how these lineups are just straight through the numbers. It's very easy for me to read. I just go right down through them. So Hannah Goss starting for the Lady Cougars. She starts it out. She'll also have Morgan Gafford out there, Linnea Pitts, Abigail Lindsay, Caden Costello, not Costello, Costello. I had Coach specifically tell me that that is how it's pronounced. So I'm guessing someone in the past has pronounced it incorrectly. She'll be joined by Tori Parrish, Campbell Hamilton, Kira Costello, so a couple of Costellos out there.
It's a popular name in Logan County.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Historically, it has been, yes.
Well, I guess that explains why there's so much pride in making sure that it's pronounced correctly. So like I said, Brianna Shelton out there, Addie Corder, and then the lineup rounded out by Carly Alvis. That is the starting lineup for Logan County. As I mentioned earlier, they come into this match at 3-3 overall in the season, 2-0 in District 13 play. For your Lady Wildcats, they come into this one at 5-8 on the season, already played 13 games this season. So far have run up their highest win total since 2011 when they won 9 games. So far a pretty successful season for the Lady Wildcats. 2-1 in District 13 play so far after that heartbreaking double overtime loss at Todd County. But starting for the Lady Wildcats, Caden Alexander, Lena Alfaro, the senior on senior night, Brittany Bell, Emma Crimmins, Katie Eversole, Madison Gregory, Emily Griffin, I don't know why I couldn't read Emily's name, Kate Norwood, the leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats. She is now up to 10 goals on the season. The goalkeeper, Lexi Phillips, Elena Salvador, and Anna Walker rounds out the starting 11 for the Lady Wildcats. And it looks like we've still got a little ways to go before kickoff, so we'll send it back to the station one more time, and then we'll come back, and it should be time for some Lady Wildcat soccer. You are listening to Lady Cat Soccer on WFKN.
All right.
Here's an update for you two guys. There is only one umpire here, so they have to wait for the other umpire to get here.
Oh, man.
This is one of those nights, if it can go wrong, it's going to go wrong. So,
yeah, just play
Like I
around.
said, I was hoping for a quick night. It ain't going to happen.
no.
No.
You can go out there and ref, right?
I've never reffed soccer.
You're asking Brian.
I've reffed a
To
lot of
ref
sports,
soccer.
not soccer.
There's not one of them.
You've learned a lot.
I mean, honestly, it's not.
That's true. You just got to know.
The worst part.
If you're gonna umpire anything, umpires will tell you soccer and volleyball is the two easiest to do.
Worst thing about soccer to call, in my opinion, is calling offsides.
Yeah, or a foul, because one time they'll do something that's a foul, the next time they do the same thing, it's not. But I guess that's any sport, though.
I mean, that's any sport. It's hard
Yeah.
to call because you've got to decide whether it was, like soccer was it an accident where they just getting close,
Right.
or was it belligerent? And some are honestly really good at making a deliberate foul look like an accidental foul.
Yep.
No, if they put in the effort to flop, I give it to them. You can have it. You are that good of an actor. You deserve it. Here's a red card on them.
Yes. I am at the soccer team.
Flopping is a skill.
So they need to get some music loaded up, or...
No, just play around and give it back to us.
We can
and,
talk about something.
I can fill a little time. Some announcements I can make, and hopefully by then. He said he thought 10 minutes, and that was about 3 or 4 minutes ago. So
Okay.
they've talked to him. He's just not here. So
So when he gives it back, do you just want me to say that you've got some announcements? Or
if you want to, or we can just have general discussion.
I mean, if
We
you've
can
got
talk
some
about the football
announcements to
game
make,
tomorrow night, or
we can talk about our journey, our
Yeah.
barbecue.
yeah, we already know where we're going to eat.
That's a good step. Instead of just showing up and saying, we're going to go to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. Yeah, I scoped this one out a little bit because I didn't know. It's a small town. So I didn't know what all they had. So I didn't know if we needed to eat in Elizabethtown because we'll go through Elizabethtown and get off the interstate. So I was like, well, maybe we need to eat in Elizabethtown. So I Googled restaurants in Brandenburg, Kentucky. And then we found some, and then Davis talked to Zach, and Zach was like, the barbecue place. So he said either that or a pizza joint. I'm not driving 2.5 hours and eating a pizza. Nope.
What are you not doing?
I'm not driving 2.5 hours
You can do that here.
to Meade County tomorrow night and eating a pizza. Well, I can eat barbecue here too, but the pizza's just not a road trip
No.
meal to me.
No.
I want something a little bit more substantial.
What do you mean, why Meade County?
I mean, why
We don't-
go for Meade County for pizzas?
he said that the guy that used to live there says that the pizza joint's really, really good. He said either barbecue or we're going to the barbecue joint. He said either go there or the pizza place. So.
Oh yeah, cause we're at Meat Friday tomorrow.
That's what we're talking about, Adam. Yeah. Duh. Get with us, Adam. Come on.
I'm not going.
Yeah, Bridget said nobody was going.
Nobody's filming?
It's just like Elizabethtown.
Nobody filmed at Elizabethtown.
That was because of weather, but
Weather?
it's supposed to rain.
Well, it didn't, though.
It didn't rain a drop.
Yeah. Did she ask you? You could ask her.
Y'all got like 3 more commercials left.
Take your time.
I got a whole computer full of commercials.
Yeah, that's true.
Anybody want to go to South Carolina right now?
No.
Here's the wave's a little rough down there.
Are you going?
Well,
Well, you might have to go.
maybe, but right now I'm on standby for the local operation. But
Like a kidney stone removal or appendix or
yeah,
what kind of surgery are you having locally, Adam?
the local disaster operation.
Oh, okay.
You know, those could be you could ask her.
I'm a horrible human being.
We're having our own here in Kentucky in Ashland.
We got some dark clouds rolling over on this side.
The cone of uncertainty is
It's
so
a
high right
hurricane.
now. It's either going to hit this area, and we're going to be very wet here, or it's going to hit up near West Virginia, and it's going to be very wet there.
What was hilarious.
Thank you, Chris Allen.
It's got to be wet here, or it's going to be
Yeah.
wet here.
I mean, if it rains here, it'll be wet. If it don't, it won't. I mean, you know. And I bet if it rains, the water will be wet.
Have you seen where Donald Trump he did a press conference about the hurricane, and his quote about it was, and I quote, "It's going to be very big and it's going to be very wet."
Understatement of the year.
But at least now we all know hurricanes are wet.
Yes. It's like the time that Billy Packer was doing a college basketball
15
game,
seconds.
and he said, during the game, he said, you know, I've noticed that the team that scores the most points is winning most of the game. Most of the game, not even all of them.
5, 4, 3,
Yeah, I think you guys should say that one time.
Back here at LadyCat Soccer Field, we've got a bit of delay. We've got, I believe, a referee who's not quite here yet. So we brought it back to us just because, you know, you might not just want to listen to commercials forever. As much as we love all our sponsors, of course, they make sure that we're on the air.
We know that people want to hear our lovely voices.
Of course, I mean, we know that that is the top priority when you tune in here.
Right.
But, you know, speaking of a little time that we're having to wait right now, we have got a much larger amount of time that we will be traveling tomorrow to Meade County for a big matchup for the Franklin Simpson football game. And we've already picked out where we're going to eat,
Yes.
so we knocked that part out.
That was top priority once I got directions on how to get there. Quickly go to and get off the interstate and just drive to Brandenburg, a little town on the Ohio River in Meade County. There's a good, from what we understand, barbecue place there, so that's where we'll have our pregame meal tomorrow night.
And hopefully Davis will enjoy it as much as he enjoyed the Cracker Barrel that we stopped at in Elizabethtown.
I'm sure he will. I don't know that Davis has ever had a meal he didn't approve of.
That's probably true. I've never seen him at all disgruntled with any meal.
No.
But it's going to be a really fun matchup if you look at it.
Yes.
A tougher opponent for the Wildcats.
It's going to be a football game?
Yeah, we're going up there for the football game. We're not just going up there for the barbecue, remember? I know that you've really got this barbecue joint stuck on your mind. You talked about the meatloaf wrapped in the
Meatloaf
bacon.
wrapped with bacon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about it too much.
Come on.
Your mouth is that water? Oh, my goodness.
Because I'm really, really hungry right now.
But, yeah, it's going to be a really good game. I know we're both really looking forward to it. Another revenge game for the Wildcats. They've had, it seems like every other game has been a revenge game from last season, but this one especially because last year Meade County came to Franklin and spoiled the Wildcats' homecoming. So you know they've definitely got that in mind going up there for this one.
Absolutely. It's a big 6A team. They're going to throw the ball a little bit. Their quarterback likes to throw it a little bit. Talked to Coach Preston, and He's really concerned about their 2 running backs. He says they're big. Like he said, and this is to quote Coach Preston, he said they could hurt our linebackers.
Wow.
Like he said that. He said, I'm worried about my linebackers.
I mean, that's usually what teams are afraid of facing Franklin.
Right.
With Carlos McKinney back there.
So they're not big yardage guys, but they're big. They're, if you need the 3 or 4 yard for a first down, that's who they're going to give it to type guys. And that the running backs have his attention for sure. So definitely be something to watch tomorrow night. We'll be on the air as normal. Now it is they are on Eastern time.
It won't be normal for us.
It won't be normal for us, but it'll be 8 o'clock there, so it'll still be 7 o'clock kickoff here in Franklin. We'll be on the air at 6:15, and also on network1sports.com. So be sure and join us. Those of you that can't make that long trip tomorrow night, we got you covered.
If you can't, that is completely understandable.
Yes.
It is quite the journey from how much we've talked about it. We have been talking about this trip as soon as the schedule came out, pretty much. We looked at that and we were like, that's going to be fun.
It's about 135 miles. So it's a long way.
It's going to be a journey for sure, but hopefully it'll pay off for both us and the Wildcats. Of course, it always pays off for us. We love travel. Well, we might not love the travel part,
right?
But we love what we get to do when we get there. And it should be a good game for the Wildcats. They had a big win over Greenwood to get back on the winning track last week. So hopefully the Wildcats will go up there and put on the same kind of display against Meade County. And Brian, before we came on, you said you got some announcements for us.
I do.
Would you like to go over those?
I do. We did want to talk about the football game tomorrow night, but also a big announcement that happened this week for our station that you may not be aware of, and especially if you're currently now listening to our stream. We have our news stream now back. We lost it for a while. I've been working for the past probably 3 weeks or a month on it about every day to get it back up and going. It's going, so you can now listen to our local news at 7:30 a.m., 12 o'clock, and 4:15 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can listen to that now just by the same thing. You just go to the franklinfavorite.com where you click on to listen to a ball game at WFKN tab where it says sports. Just to hear the news, you just click the news. It'll take you to the same spot, and you can hear it there. So Coach Anderson just said that we're fixing to start, so that's good news. So you can hear our news programs. You can also hear shameless plug.
The
Eggs and Tally show every Wednesday from 11 to 12. We'll stream it on that news stream. So we had some people, believe it or not, yesterday that listened. And
we had people, believe it or not, listen
to the stream.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, that went downhill quick.
Several in Michigan, and Megan's home state of Michigan. Her mom got to listen, so I know that was special for her to be able to hear her daughter do a radio show in Franklin, Kentucky. So, we're pretty excited about that for sure.
And I know when I came in and was on the show, and you guys, just spontaneously we'll talk about what can be done to improve the show. And one thing that I always tried to bring up was, hey, if you can try to stream this and get it out there to a bigger audience, that'll be awesome, because you guys already do such a fantastic job with Facebook Live and everything. Just because that creates a big audience. So to get that stream up and going, when I saw that, I was like, 2 thumbs up. Great job. You guys are killing it. A lot of optimism coming from me for that.
Yes, thank you. We're proud of the we're proud of the show. It's really been a success. We had another remote today down at Funky Town, a new store here in Franklin. Let me tell you got to go check that place out. It's cool.
I saw some of the pictures, and I think I caught part of the stream or the Facebook Live.
It is that store is so cool. So they had us down today for a remote. We'll be on the square Saturday for the festival on the square. So people are calling and asking us to come to their things.
There we go.
That's a good sign.
It is.
So, we're excited. Tyler, I think we're fixing to play soccer.
No.
Only 20 minutes late.
Only 20 minutes late. I think you're right. They are lined up.
I don't know
as though they want to play
if
soccer.
there has ever been a high school soccer game that started on time.
I don't think any of the games have actually started at 5:30.
Just don't think it has ever happened.
At least the ones that we were at. I'm sure it probably goes perfectly for every other broadcast team, but it's just us that really doesn't get to go on time or anything. But at least it's starting. I mean, this game got delayed from postponed from last Thursday due to weather.
Yeah,
so.
this game's really starting late.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weekend,
you know?
a week and 20 minutes late. But things that look like are about to get underway. I guess that's the whistle of some sort of buzzer or something, but we are set. The Lady Cougars will start out with possession of the ball. Players to watch for the Lady Cougars. Their leading goal scorer, number 3, Hannah Gall. She's got 10 goals on the season. They've also got Abigail Lindsay with 8 goals. And then Linnea Pitts has 6 goals on the season. Right now, Lindsay pushing in. That shot was very close to going in, but it just misses. Lady Wildcats trying to regain possession of the ball. Fighting for it on the far side corner, and it's kicked out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Logan County. Ball put back into play. The Wildcats break it up, and a good clearance there from Caden Alexander to break that possession up. Lady Wildcats now fighting for possession in their attacking third. There's going to be an offsides called on Kate Norwood for the Lady Wildcats. So the Lady Cougars will regain possession. And Brian, hopefully we can see that same energy in the attack that we saw from the Lady Wildcats the last time that we saw them.
Absolutely. They're going to need it tonight.
This is a big game. As we mentioned, a huge District 13 matchup. Winner momentarily takes first place in the district. Norwood had it for a second on our side, tried to cross it inside. Emily Griffin now tries to get it in the box once again, but that's broken up by Logan County. They'll try to push upfield. They'll cross it over, switch the field to the far side. Ball put inside to Goss for the Lady Cougars. She plays it out to Lindsay now. That's broken up by Anna Walker. Now Lena Alfaro trying to gain possession in center field. Multiple Lady Wildcats fighting for possession right now, just trying to break up this Logan County attack.
Yeah, already, Tyler, we're seeing the ball stay on Logan County's end a little bit too much.
Lady Cougars now pushing up the near side wing. They're going to have a chance to put it in the box. That's going to be a shot on the ground picked up. And now Lexi Phillips will kick it away for the Lady Wildcats. She has been a constant for this team. It seems like every time we've seen her out here, she's put up one stellar performance after the other. Regardless of the goal total that she's given up, she comes out with multiple saves in every single game for the Lady Wildcats. Lady Cougars now trying to attack on the far side, but an offsides is called. That's going to be called on Linnea Pitts. So the Lady Wildcats will have a chance to kick it away.
The Lady Cats will next be in play Monday night, September 17th, as they go to Warren East. Good Warren East team.
That'll be a fun matchup. Lady Wildcats dropped the first matchup with the Lady Dragons at home, and that'll start a long Lady Raiders, excuse me. I get all those Warren teams mixed. There's so many of them, but that'll be the start of a long road trip for the Lady Wildcats. They won't be back home until the last game of the season. That one will be against the Lady Dragons of Warren Central.
And we will not be able to broadcast that game due to our obligation with the Hilltopper IMG network. Western has a football game that night at the same time. So this is our last regular season broadcast, but
fret not.
We do plan to broadcast the district tournament, the games that involve Franklin Simpson.
Lady Wildcats will be hosting the district tournament this year. Lady Cougars now attacking down the near side wing. Brittany Bell, the senior honored here on senior night, trying to break that up. Lady Dragons still attacking. Lindsay with the shot on goal. That one just off again. Multiple opportunities for the Lady Cougars to score, and they've just missed on them. Lady Wildcats now have a chance to fight for possession. In their attacking third, Madison Gregory in pursuit of the ball. She'll force the ball out of play, and she'll get a throw in for the Lady Wildcats.
The boys soccer team hosts Logan County tonight as well. That varsity game starts at 7 o'clock. They're having to pack the stands, so you still got time to make it up for the boys game.
Right now, some of the members of the boys soccer team helping to pack the stands for the Lady Wildcats over there watching the girls play as the Lady Cougars now get a throw in of their own near midfield on the far side. A lot of back and forth between the teams early, but the Lady Cougars each time seem to come out with possession as they now push down the near side once again. Scored. And that is going to be a goal for the Lady Cougars. That one put in by Brianna Shelton for Logan County.
Come on, ladies, let's answer it. Let's go.
What was the name, Tyler?
Brianna Shelton with that goal. We kind of have to communicate all this stuff because only Brian could see the scoreboard.
And I have to stand up and look out the window.
And he has to look out the window. So Brianna Shelton scores the goal with 34 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in this first half. So the Lady Cougars now lead this one 1-0 over the Lady Wildcats. Lady Cougars now going to have a throw in front of us. And Brian, it seems like so far we referenced that the Lady Wildcats need to have that same energy as they had against Muhlenberg County, but so far it just does not feel like it's there in this game for Franklin Simpson.
I'm not convinced they have it at this point. Tyler, still early, so.
And of course, it is very reasonable to think that it could be some of that layover from that Todd County Central game. You go into 2 overtimes in a tough district matchup and end up dropping it. That can really have an effect on you as a team going into the next one in another huge district matchup.
Especially in a game where I think most people would tell you you should have won.
Yep.
So that even makes that hangover a little worse.
I mean, the Lady Wildcats handled Todd County Central pretty easily early on the season at home. They won that matchup 6-2, and it looked like the Lady Wildcats were going to be able to cruise through those matchups with Todd County Central and Russellville just to make it to where it would come down to them in Logan County in the district. But that loss to Todd County Central really changes things. Lady Cougars have another chance to put a shot on goal. This one goes a little bit wide. Wasn't really a threat to go in. Lexi Phillips picks it up, and she'll be able to clear it away for the Lady Wildcats. Brian, it also appears like Coach Anderson being a lot more vocal this game than we've been used to seeing him.
Seems like he knows what's on the line tonight for sure, and I'm sure he's projected that to his young ladies.
Lady Wildcats, like I mentioned earlier, already with their highest win total on the season since 2011, but still a lot left to play for this season. And Coach Anderson certainly doesn't want the ladies to settle with what they've done so far.
Yep.
Ball cleared up for the Lady Wildcats. Madison Gregory has a chance to play it on the far side. She gets one touch on it. She's going to have it down in the far side corner. But she grounds across in, and that one is picked up by the goalkeeper for the Lady Cougars, and it will be kicked away.
It's about 6 o'clock. I will tell you, you're listening to AM 1220 WFKN, Franklin, Kentucky.
As always, a flawless station ID from Mr. Brian Talley. Lady Wildcats trying to regain possession of the ball. Lady Cougars now pushing down the near side wing. Some fancy footwork from Shelton over there, but she's not able to get away from Alexander. But there is a foul called on Caden, and that'll be a free kick for the Lady Cougars. And you'll notice on these free kicks, Brian, that down in there often for the Lady Cougars, they've got big number 10, or number 6 rather, Linnea Pitt. She stands at 5'10" for the Lady Cougars. She's got 6 goals on the season, so she's definitely a scoring threat when they've got her down there for those free kicks and corner kicks. But the Lady Wildcats escaped that one without giving anything up. and it'll be a goal kick now for Lexi Phillips. Ball, it's on its way towards the Lady Cats dugout. Hannah Walker now fighting for possession for the Lady Wildcats. She's got it momentarily on the near side. Brittany Bell now fighting for it as well. But Shelton able to put off another shot, but that one goes off the side of the goal. It'll be another goal kick for the Lady Wildcats. And I noted before the game that Goss, Pitts, and Lindsay might be the players to watch for the Lady Cougars, but so far, Brian, Brianna Shelton has been putting on a show down there.
Absolutely.
Lady Cougars initially win possession off of the goal kick. Lady Wildcats fighting for it back. Lucia Tovar over there fighting for the ball. She'll lose it out of bounds zone. That'll be a throw-in for Logan County. Kaden Alexander now fighting for it. She tries to get it to Kate Norwood at midfield, and she does. Kate has it back. She'll try to play it up to Madison Gregory, but that ball intercepted by the Lady Cougars. Back now to Norwood. She'll try to turn the corner on the inside wing. She'll cut back outside after she cut inside. She's got some space. Multiple Logan County defenders converge on Kate. She'll go down, but no foul is called. And the goalkeeper, Alvis, will be able to kick it away for Logan County.
Man, she did at that, didn't she?
Shelton now plays it in to Lindsay. She gives it over.
Good ice save.
I believe that was Gosh. Yeah, and a fantastic save from Lexi Phillips. Got her hands up just in time to save that ball. But it will head out of bounds, and that'll be a corner kick for the Lady Cougars. Both teams will bring in substitutions before the corner kick is taken.
Come on, Em.
Both teams get their substitutes in. Corner kick on its way. It's a good one. Initially played by a Lady Cougars attacker, but it's kicked out by the Lady Wildcats. And shot on goal from far out. That one saved pretty easily by Lexi Phillips, and she'll kick it away for the Lady Wildcats.
Man on, Em, man on. Come on, win it, win it. Win it, Em, win it. Come on.
Lady Wildcats have a throw in right in front of us. Emily Griffin will take it for Franklin Simpson. Or not, it'll go back to Logan County. I thought it was their ball. And no, the Lady Wildcats will take it. I'm not sure why, but we'll definitely take it.
I'm not sure anybody knows whose ball it is, including us.
Chris noted to us that our little delay before the game does not at all compare to what the broadcasters at the Titans-Dolphins game had to go through on Sunday. That was quite the spectacle. The longest game in NFL history. Lady Cougars attacking once again, but that's broken up by Brittany Bell. She tries to get it up to Alexander. She'll try to clear it. And she's able to get it past midfield. Now Lena Alfaro fighting for the ball for the Lady Wildcats. Her and Madison Gregory both in pursuit. Broken up by the Lady Cougars. They'll try to regain possession and maintain it, as they've been able to do for most of this game so far. Cross in towards Goss, gets away from her, and it's picked up by Phillips. She'll clear it away again. Alexander tries to play it up from midfield, but it goes just too far, and that's picked up by Alvis. Some back and forth from the goalkeeper so far. And Brian, she sure does have a cannon for a leg, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
And Brian, I had a girl that I worked with at Hibbett. She played goalkeeper for Todd County Central, and she said if you can have a strong leg as a goalkeeper and be able to kick it 5-10 yards past midfield, you can be the team's greatest weapon.
Absolutely.
Because you can set up the offense all by yourself just by doing that.
Come on, Ian, pressure that, babe.
Lady Cougars now pushing down the near side. That's Goss with the ball. She cuts back towards the outside, trying to play it in. That'll go off of Eversole for the Lady Wildcats, and it'll be another corner kick for the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, that Titans and Marlin.
We're all over the place with these names.
Was ridiculous Sunday, the way it went on and on and on. But I guess safety first.
It beat the old record for longest game by over 2 hours. Corner kick played in. Gets away from everyone until Anna Walker gets it, and she'll kick it out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Lady Cougars. Good play by Anna to get that ball out of the box and momentarily prevent Logan County from putting up another goal.
Come on, Elsa.
Off the throw, and we're going to have a handball called on Logan County, so that'll be a free kick from deep on their own inside corner for the Lady Wildcats. Kaden Alexander will take that.
Ian, win that.
She plays it up, but it's won by the Lady Cougars. And now Brittany Bell will force that out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for Logan County.
Good job, Katie.
Lady Cougars have a throw-in from deep down on that inside corner. Couldn't tell if it was a goal kick or a throw-in. Lady Cougars play one into the box. Multiple girls in there for Logan County. No shot on goal yet. They're going to have a chance, but it's cleared away finally by the Lady Wildcats. Good defense by Franklin Simpson to prevent a shot being taken there. Lady Cougars trying again to get it into the box.
Girls.
Lots of chances. That was off the post.
Shot off the post. And now Lexi Phillips gets in there on the ball. And that's going to be called clean. Great play by Lexi just to go in there and dive and grab it and take it away.
Really good hustle.
So now she'll clear it away for the Lady Wildcats. This one goes to Tavar. Lady Cougars, though, get it back.
Stay with it, Lucia.
Try to play it in the box again. A lot of back and forth, but the ball, for the most part, staying down there on the Logan County attacking third.
Couple of standing around for the Lady Cats.
A lot of standing around. Nobody really trying to force the issue for the Lady Wildcats. They seem content to let Logan County maintain possession and then just try to gather in the box and not let them get a shot off. Right now, though, Lady Cougars attack again. Fortunately, the ball rolls right into the hands of Lexi Phillips, and she'll kick it away. And she might have 5 or 6 saves already in this one.
Ladies, you have to be aggressive. Let's go.
Lady Cougars have it near midfield as we tick down towards 22 minutes left in this first half. Lady Wildcats trailing the Lady Cougars 1-0 is another shot.
Another save.
That one from Abigail Lindsay from about 15 yards out, right into the hands of Lexi Phillips. And Brian, I almost wish we had a stat keeper for this just to know how many saves that she has had in each game, because it feels like every single game she's pretty close to about double-digit saves.
Emily, honey, you got to be aggressive too. Come on.
Looks like we had a handball called on the Lady Cougars, and this might be the best spot the Lady Wildcats have been in all game. Kaden Alexander with a free kick from just in front of midfield. She'll take it. Tries to get it over to Tovar. She's fighting for the ball. She comes up with it, passes it over to Madison Gregory, who tries to keep it in play in front of Logan County's bench and does. She'll press the issue down the far side wing. Play broken up by the Lady Cougars, and now they'll have a chance to counterattack. They've got Goss coming down our near side. Goss now has it.
Elsa, win that.
She tries to play it in and does. Lexi Phillips, though, comes up to get it.
Just in time.
And she'll kick it away. That was a cross put in the perfect spot. Great reaction from Lexi to come up and grab that one so the Lady Cougars couldn't get a shot off.
Come on, come on.
Emily Griffin fighting for the ball for the Lady Wildcats. She'll force it out of bounds. She'll take a throw in from midfield, but the Lady Wildcats will bring in a sub. That's Kate Norwood coming back in, the leading scorer for Franklin Simpson this season with 10 goals so far. And Brian, it almost seems like that when Norwood is in the game, this offense is really just, it takes a 180 when she's in there. She brings it, just a great spark for the Lady Wildcats attack.
She brings hustle, speed. She's probably the fastest one out there. She does everything right.
And a Walker now with it for the Lady Wildcats. She's pushing down the middle, tries to get it up to Norwood on the far side wing. Goalkeeper for the Lady Cougars comes out to get it way out there in the box.
Very dangerous.
She does come up with it, though, and get it over to one of her midfielders. So a good play from Alvis for the Lady Cougars to break that attack up. Logan County now with another chance to attack. Broken up momentarily by the Lady Wildcats. Caden Alexander has it. She gets it up to Emily Griffin. She tries to get it to Norwood. Now Norwood puts it into the middle to Alfaro. Ball just gets away from her. Now the Lady Cougars have it back. They're attacking now with Goss coming up the near side. She puts a move on to get outside. Broken up, though. That's Emma Crimmins with the defense. But the Lady Cougars now have a throw-in the territory that Brian cannot see down there on the near side.
No idea what's happening.
Shot on goal. That one's in.
The goal went in. I just saw that.
That goal was just blooped in once again by Brianna Shelton.
Is that Shelton again?
She just put that one in a spot where Lexi couldn't get a hand on it. And now the Lady Cougars lead this one 2-0. Lady Wildcats certainly can still get into this game, but they just have to get something going offensively. The attack has to get some energy in it. That goal scored with 19 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Lady Wildcats now fighting for it. And they're attacking third. Caden Alexander with it, tries to play it up to Elsa Humphrey. Ball gets away. But the Lady Cougars misplayed, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Lady Wildcats. Throw-in from Alexander is a long one, but there's nobody there for the Lady Wildcats. That one easily picked up by the Lady Cougars. And they'll try to play it up to Goss, and she has it for now. She's played by Brittany Bell. They're both fighting for possession. Goss comes away with it. She'll try to cut it back outside and does. Tries to play it back in. And that one right into the hands of Phillips. A good pass from Goss.
Tell you what, Lexi has kept this game where it's at. Really,
Lexi is,
I mean, she
if
really
she doesn't
has.
have 10 saves by now, she is very close. She's a lot closer to 10 than she is to 0. I can tell you that for sure.
And some of them have been really, really, high quality stops.
And a lot of her saves, while they don't look flashy, it's just a result of her always being, it seems like, in the right place at the right time. She's just so fast with her reactions to the shot, and she always knows where to position herself to give herself the best chance at saving it in any situation. Lady Wildcats now trying to attack. They've got a throw in on the far side near midfield. Kate Norwood will take that. Norwood with the no-look throw-in to Gregory. They worked initially, but the Lady Cougars come up with it. Alexander now fighting for possession near midfield for the Lady Wildcats. She's unable to get it, and now Shelton has a chance to attack on the near side wing. She gets it into Goss. She tries to cut it back inside. That's broken up for a second by Emma Crimmins. She does break it up, but it looked like she might have tweaked something there. She came up a little limp after the play. Lady Wildcats, though, now with the chance to attack. Gregory tries to get it over to Norwood, but that ball gets away, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Lady Cougars in front of their bench. And the throw-in goes right back out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for the Lady Wildcats.
She headed it right back out.
Norwood plays it into Alfaro. She's trying to play it up, but there are just 5 Lady Cougars defenders back there and only 2 Lady Wildcats attackers, and obviously those numbers don't quite stack up.
Those statistics will work against you just about every time. 2-on-5 is tough.
Lady Cougars now have a goal kick. Carly Alvis, the goalkeeper, she'll take that for Logan County. She's had a clean sheet so far in this one. Lady Wildcats still trailing at 2-0. Big District 13 matchup for both teams. Lady Cougars can really put a grip on the rest of the district with a win in this one. Anna Walker claims it off the goal kick for the Lady Wildcats. Tries to get it up to Kate Norwood. Lady Cougars, though, come up with it. Lindsay gets it over. It's a pitch. She tries to play it in towards Goss, but that's broken up by the Lady Wildcats. Aubrey Taylor was fighting for it on the far side, and it looks like she was able to draw a foul, so that'll be a free kick for the Lady Wildcats.
Get open, get open.
Kaden Alexander steps up to take the free kick. It's on its way, tries to get it to Norwood and does. Now Anna Walker has it. She's got Norwood on the far side. She tries to get it to her.
The goal is away. Not afraid to get out of that box.
Now Alvis comes up once again to the edge of the box to grab that one. She'll kick it away. This one straight to Elsa Humphrey, but it goes over her head. Good header. Over to Shelton. She now has it on the near side wing. She tries to put a move on Elena Salvador, but the ball goes out of bounds. That's going to be a throw in for the Lady Cougars. Ball on its way. That one picked up by Lindsay. Tries to play it into Goss. Salvador breaks it up. Shelton now has it again.
How many goals does Shelton have coming into tonight, Tyler?
Well, apparently she had 0.
Wow.
I find that hard to believe based on how she's played so far, but apparently the Lady Cougars had only had 3 players score so far this season.
Interesting.
And it was Goss, Pitts, and Lindsay. So according to the stats, which is really all we have, those are Shelton's first 2 goals of the season, but we may very well be wrong. We could be completely wrong. She may have scored every goal for them this season.
Right.
Our numbers can often be slightly unreliable. Lady Wildcats have a chance to attack if Norwood can get that ball, and she does. Gregory now has it. She'll take a long shot. That one picked up by Alvis. Lady Wildcats had some players back that time on the attack. It looked like they might have a chance to get off a better shot there. But now the Lady Cougars have it. Lindsay now has it in the middle for the Lady Cougars. She plays it up to Goss. Good play from Emma Crimmins to break that up. Goss almost able to get a shot off, but Emma breaks it up. Now Phillips will kick it away again. She tries to play it up on the far side wing to Gregory. She comes up with it initially, broken up by the Lady Cougars. Lady Cougars play it over on this near side wing to Shelton once again. She'll try to play it up to Goss, but that one gets away, and it's going to be picked up by Phillips. And now she'll clear it away again. Ball played up towards Alfaro. Now Griffin in pursuit of it. That's going to go out of bounds. That's a good job by Griffin to force the throw in. Lady Wildcats now have a throw in deep in their attacking third on the near side. Griffin plays into Alfaro, but off the first touch he goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in for Logan County. Just over 11 minutes left in this first half. Lady Wildcats trail it to Logan County 2-0. 2 goals from Brianna Shelton have been the difference in this one so far. Griffin has it off the throw, and she gets it into Alfaro. Now Norwood has it. She tries to play it up to Alfaro. Griffin might have a chance at it. She puts a shot on, and that one's just wide. And that might have been the best scoring opportunity the Lady Wildcats have had in this game.
Hands down the best one.
Shot went just wide on our near side.
Get down here. Let's keep going.
Lady Cougars now with the goal kick. That ball goes straight to Alfaro. Her first touch gets away from her, though. Her and Griffin now in pursuit of the ball. Lady Cougars play it up to Shelton. She gets it to Lindsay and gets it right back on a give and go. Shelton now trying again to play it into Goss and does. She tries to pass it over, and she had Pitts right there. Ball came off of her leg, and if she could have deflected that towards the goal, that would have been an easy one for the Lady Cougars. Fortunately for Franklin Simpson, it'll just be a goal kick. Logan County has really strung together some good attacks in this first half. Goal kick from Phillips on its way. That one picked up initially by Logan County, and they're going to have a throw in after it's deflected out of bounds from Aubrey Taylor. Throw in on its way, broken up by Anna Walker. She tries to play it up, but it's broken up by the Lady Cougars, and now they've got a chance to attack again. Pitts trying to get it inside, broken up by Aubrey Taylor, and a long shot taken on goal. That one sails long and over the goalpost, and that'll be another goal kick for the Lady Wildcats. Lexi Phillips lines up to take the goal kick for the Lady Wildcats. She has been very busy in this game, both in terms of having to kick it away and making saves. She's done pretty much everything for the Lady Wildcats. Lady Cougars now have a chance to attack. That's Goss in the box, but it gets away from her. Phillips dives on it, secures it, and she'll have to kick it away again. Kick is on its way. It's a good one. Norwood has it. She tries to flip it over to Alfaro. Now Griffin in pursuit.
Come on, Em, win that, baby.
Lady Cougars able to turn it up and get it to Shelton. She plays the give and go and gets it back. She tries to go inside. Plays it in. That one, though, broken up by Anna Walker. Norwood comes up to get it for the Lady Wildcats at midfield. She'll try to play it up again. Lady Wildcats are really trying to play this long ball. But once more, Elvis will come up, and she'll kick that one away from right on the edge of the box. Brian, like you noted, she has been very aggressive in this game.
Come on, Em, let's win that, baby. Win it.
Lady Cougars trying to clear it away. Norwood, though, comes up with it for a second. A lot of back and forth here as we start to wind down towards the end of the first half. Lady Wildcats are going to have a throw in front of their bench. It's going to be picked up by Madison Gregory. She tries to play it up towards Norwood. That comes off a Logan County defender. Norwood has it off the first touch. Lady Wildcats had numbers there.
Yep.
Still have a chance if Tovar can come up with it. She has it.
Em, get in there.
She tries to keep it in, and it's finally called out of bounds, I think.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty clear, but
Yeah. Just
a little delay on the call.
delayed call there.
So the Lady Cougars will have a throw in now, as I have to pick up the score machine over here. We've got 6.5 minutes left here in the first half. Or I guess the best way to put it would be 4.5 minutes until we hit stoppage time in the first half. Lady Cougars, though, with another attack. This is Goss pushing down. She gets it inside. It's broken up, though, by the Lady Wildcats for now. Lady Cougars still with a chance to get off a shot. And it looked like Alexander had won it, and she does. Draws a foul on Shelton. And she'll take that free kick quick and get it up for the Lady Wildcats.
Good job, Anna.
Anna Walker plays it up to Kate Norwood. Lady Wildcats have numbers.
Em, watch it.
Norwood trying to cut it back inside. She tries to play it over now to Gregory on the far side wing and does. Madison gives it back to Norwood.
Watch it, Em.
Defender dives after the ball to force it out of bounds for a throw-in for the Lady Wildcats. Norwood plays it into Anna Walker. She'll play it over to Gregory, and now that ball's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for the Lady Cougars. Throw-in broken up by Walker. Norwood now fighting for it. She's still fighting for it, gets it away. Now Walker has it. She'll try to push up the middle, get it to, I believe that's Alfaro, but she loses possession. Lady Cougars now have it with Shelton pushing up the near side.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
She'll continue to push. She's got 3 Lady Wildcats defenders drawn out there with her. Lady Cougars still have it in the box. Shot good on the goal, and that one's off the crossbar and out. Lady Cougars have a clean shot on it after that. Goss came up for the rebound shot, and that one sails just wide. And just that was 2 golden opportunities for a score right there for Logan County. The Lady Wildcats just, they didn't look like they really wanted to get the ball out of there.
Lady Cats very, very fortunate now not to be down 3-0 for sure.
It seems like as this half is drawing near a close, the Lady Wildcats really not with much of a sense of urgency that you would expect them to have down by 2 goals in a matchup that is big as this one with the implications that it has going on towards the rest of the season. So after that, Phillips will take the goal kick.
They definitely haven't brought the energy like they did the last time we saw them.
Lady Cougars trying to get it in the box again. That one broke up by Crimmins. It does get away. Lady Cougars now fighting for possession with 2 Lady Wildcats. Anna Walker comes up with it. She gets it up to Gregory. Tries to play it over towards Caden Alexander, but that's broken up by the Lady Cougars. Now pushing in towards the box once again. They play it over to Goss. She tries to put on a shot, and that one blocked by Lexi Phillips. That was a hard shot, a really good save by Lexi, and another example, Brian, of how she just puts herself in the best position
Stay with it, hustle it.
to make a play on the ball. Griffin tries to play it up for the Lady Wildcats. Alfaro in pursuit. Now Gregory in pursuit of the ball. She forces it out of bounds, and she'll take a throw in front of the Logan County bench. She throws it in towards Alfaro. Broken up by the Lady Cougars, though. Both teams fighting for possession, and that one will go out of bounds off of the Lady Cougars for a Lady Wildcats throw-in.
How much time we got left?
We're just about down to 2 minutes.
Seems like it's been a long first half.
I'm sure the Lady Wildcats would definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
Foul called
Although,
on the Lady Cougars.
we're in good shape. I mean, a lot better shape than we could be right now with some of the shots that Logan County has had not go in and some saves.
And the Lady Cougars could definitely be up by more than two goals right now. Franklin Simpson, though, needs to get something going offensively.
If you're the Lady Cats, that's a mindset you have to have at halftime. You know, we're still in this. We probably shouldn't be, honestly,
right.
But we are, and, you know, let's try to take advantage of that.
So far, Lexi Phillips has almost single-handedly kept the team in this game. She has had, I mean, who knows how many saves at this point.
And really only one good scoring opportunity that I remember for the Lady Cats. So not a lot of chances so far to even get the ball in the net.
They've had a few situations where they had numbers maybe, but it just didn't seem like they were too particularly excited to be in pursuit of the ball and create that scoring opportunity. The Lady Wildcats need to come out with some more energy in the second half to try to get back into this one. But that back four for the Lady Cougars so far in this one, they've been really solid. It seems like anytime the Lady Wildcats even really try to get something going, they're able to clear it away and get it right to one of those midfielders for the Lady Cougars. Almost every time Brianna Shelton has been the target for them, and she draws a foul there, and the Lady Cougars will take a free kick from just in front of midfield. Maybe one more scoring opportunity for them before the half. Free kick played in towards Lindsay. It's broken up by the Lady Wildcats. Alexander tries to clear it, but it goes straight to a Lady Cougar. She tries to play it over, and there's going to be a foul called on Logan County, and that's going to be a free kick for the Lady Wildcats. Kaden Alexander will step up to take that one. Ball played in by Alexander. Multiple Lady Wildcats in the area, but most of them just standing and watching as the Lady Cougars now come up with it. They've got a chance to attack once again. They get it out to Shelton on this near side wing. She'll try to play it almost. It looked like she tried to go between Elena Salvador's legs right there to get it to Goss, but Salvador not fooled, and she breaks it up to force a throw in for the Lady Cougars. Ball played in, and Salvador with another good play to break it up. Gregory now has it for the Lady Wildcats. She loses it, though. Lady Cougars perhaps with one more chance to attack. Kaden Alexander in pursuit of the ball. And they're going to call that the end of the first half. So after 40 minutes, the Lady Wildcats trail the Logan County Lady Cougars in this District 13 matchup 2-0. We'll be back with our miniature halftime report here. You are listening to LadyCat. We said it multiple times throughout the first half. Brianna Shelton has been a standout for the Lady Cougars in this one. She's got both of their goals to put them up front early in this game, but the Lady Wildcats still have 40 minutes to get back into it and try to push themselves ahead in District 13, as a win here would go a long way in terms of positioning in the district tournament, which the Lady Wildcats do host this year. Later on, that'll be the next time that we get to call them in action, because we won't be able to call their final home game of the season on September 29th against Warren Central. Of course, anyone listening can, come on out and join the Lady Wildcats here at the field.
Absolutely.
We unfortunately will not be able to call the game. Brian mentioned earlier football obligations with IMG Sports and WKU. But we are back underway here, and the Lady Wildcats have possession of the ball. Kate Norwood has it, but she loses it. Now Shelton has it on the far side wing. Lady Cougars now moving from our right to our left. Lady Wildcats moving from our left to our right. And now Alfaro has it near midfield for the Lady Wildcat. Tries to play it to Madison Gregory. That one broken up by the Lady Cougars. Brittany Bell, though, with a chance to get possession back for the Lady Wildcats, and she does that. Gets it to Griffin, who tries to play it up to Anna Walker, but that ball gets away. Lady Cougars now have it near midfield with Abigail Lindsay. She plays it over. And now Pitts has it in the middle. She loses possession, but now Goss has it on the far side corner of the box. She tries to play up inside. And she'll force a corner kick, it looks like, for the Lady Cougars early on in this second half. Brian, it looks like the Lady Cougars are just picking up right where they left off.
Yep.
Still pressing in on the attack to try to force the issue and extend their lead in this game. Corner kick now on its way. Lady Wildcats have a chance to break it up. Anna Walker on the ball. Pass in, and Kate Norwood comes up and tries to put a header on it to get it out of the box. Lady Wildcats still fighting for it. Elsa Humphrey gets it out of the box. Oh, way back in and almost in. That was a cross into the box from the Lady Cougars. And that almost made its way in, went off the crossbar.
Wow.
And I don't think that was actually a shot, but
I don't know.
nearly went in and almost cost the Lady Wildcats. That was Campbell Hamilton for the Lady Cougars that tried that one.
You really feel like, Tyler, as far as momentum goes, if the Lady Cats are going to have a chance, they need to score the first goal of this half.
The Lady Wildcats need something to go their way.
2-1 is a whole lot better than 3-0 at this point, obviously.
Shot on goal, misses wide. It's going to be a goal kick for the Lady Wildcats, and it just seemed like in that first half, you touched on it, they did not have many opportunities to do that. They're going to have to create something and really inject some energy into this offense to get that first goal on the board. And you would hope maybe from there that things would start to really fall into place for the Lady Wildcats. Lady Cougars, though, have it near the box. Once again, Goss takes a shot. That one into the hands of Phillips. And she picks up right where she left off, and she'll clear it away. Lena Alfaro, though, on the ball, trying to fight for it. Norwood now with it. For the Lady Wildcats, she's pushing into the middle of the field. That one broken up by the Lady Cougars, though. They'll have a chance to get a counterattack going. And they do, and Brian, it looks like when they turn their defense into offense, there's just so much open field for their attackers to work with.
And they seem like they always know where the other one's going to be.
Yeah, that is what impressed me the most. These four defenders that they have in, they will turn around and kick it right to a spot where one of the midfielders are. Very well-oiled machine for the Lady Cougars. Which is crazy to think about the fact they've only played 6 games this season.
We talked about that. You know, they're only 3-3 on the year, and I can't imagine why they've only played 6 games. I don't know if they've had some rained out or what, but very unusual to be this late in the season.
Lady Wildcats already played 13, going on 14 now, but they have played in 2 tournaments. Just came back from one, won a game there, so Lady Wildcats have been all over the place early on this season. They've certainly gotten their experience in.
They've got their frequent flyer miles in.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
They have been just about everywhere so far. Lady Cougars now with it pushing now on the far side. That's Goss with it. Lady Wildcats are able to break it up for a second. Lady Cougars with it again. Lindsay has it in the middle. She tries to play it over to Goss. She'll take a shot, but that one blocked. She'll take another one. That one picked up by Lexi Phillips. I feel like I have said her name 30 times.
It's very possible that you have, at least 20 times for sure.
She has been by far the best player on the field for this one. For the Wildcats, at least. Throw in for the Lady Cats right in front of us. Madison Gregory will take it near midfield. She tries to play it into Norwood, who comes up with it on the near side, but just loses it. May have had some space to create something down on that wing, but lost it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in for the Lady Cougars. Lady Cougars now have it. And a shot on goal. That one blocked by Lexi Phillips, but makes its way in. That's going to be a goal for Abigail Lindsay. That's her 9th on the season.
Abigail Lindsay.
Yep, and that puts the Lady Cougars on top 3-0. That goal almost exactly on the mark that the Lady Cougars scored their first goal in the first half. That one with 34 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the second half. So the Lady Cougars push their lead up to 3-0. On a shot that was initially blocked by Lexi Phillips, but she just didn't have the reach to keep it out. And it made its way under the crossbar for a goal. Throw in from the Lady Cougars. And Goss has it in the middle of the field. She's trying to push up, gets it over to Lindsay. She'll now continue to push down the middle. She plays it up. She's got Pitts wide open, but a great play by Lexi Phillips. That was one-on-one, and she came up and dove on the ball to make the play. And she'll now clear it away. Lexi continues to have a fantastic game, even though she's now given up 3 goals in this one. She has had many more saves than goals given up. Ball played over by Pitts to Goss. She has it. She tries to play it over to Pitts, but that one broken up by Elena Salvador. Good play by her, and that was probably going to be another open scoring opportunity for Pitts. Gafford now with a chance to play it in for the Lady Cougars. No one there in the middle of the box. Lady Wildcats able to clear. Griffin now in pursuit after a Norwood pass was deflected.
We just can't get the ball to our end of the field.
Lady Cougars maintaining possession, but at the same time they're pushing up continuously. They're never moving backwards. Cross inside, gets away from Shelton after she put a move on a Lady Cat defender to get an open look on a cross on the far side corner. It's going to be a goal kick for the Lady Wildcats. Norwood going to take the goal kick for the Lady Wildcats. The best thing in sports, or at least in high school sports, Brian, might be the back and forth between parent and athlete.
Yes.
By far.
And as a general rule, no offense to any parent, the parent usually does not know what they're talking about.
I think most parents know that, but they just disregard it completely.
Yeah.
Because mom and dad always know best. You know,
Right,
there's just
right.
conflicting stuff going on.
Always.
Lady Wildcats now with another goal kick. Norwood will take it again. She tries to play it up towards Bell and does. She tries to get it to Alexander, though it gets away. Now Anna Walker comes up and gets it. Anna tries to play it up to Madison Gregory. She's got one defender to beat, but the Lady Cougar comes up with it momentarily, plays it out of bounds. That's going to be a throw in for the Lady Wildcats. I get to casually stretch my neck out like a giraffe to get a view of what's going on. Lady Cougars momentarily get possession off the throw in. Lady Wildcats trying to regain possession. Anna Walker now has it. She tries to play it over to Norwood and does. Kate tries to play one into the box from about 15 yards in front of midfield, but that one sails wide, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Lady Cougars. So we're just now under 30 minutes left in this one. Lady Cougars lead at 3-0. Alvis has it for the goal kick. She'll simply pass it into a Lady Cougar defender. Coach Anderson yelling for the Lady Wildcats to try to put some pressure on the Lady Cougars. Logan County continues to push the ball up. Goss now with an opportunity to get it in the far side corner. And she'll kick that off a Lady Wildcat defender, and that's going to be another corner kick for the Lady Cougars. Ball played in from the corner. Lady Wildcats trying to defend it. Phillips trying to come up with it.
I don't know how that ball didn't go in.
Ball now headed in. Nobody coming up with the ball. Lady Cougars have had multiple opportunities to score. Deflected off of multiple Lady Wildcats to keep the ball out of the goal. Goss now has it again in the box. Multiple defenders around her. Norwood trying to push the ball out of there, and she'll force Lindsay out momentarily, but she gets it to Shelton, and she's now on the corner of the box. We've got two kids running on the field.
It's healthy.
Shot goes wide, and that might have been the most exciting piece of action that I have seen all season from.
It's amazing how quick parents can run when their 2-year-old gets on the soccer field.
Ball bouncing around in the box, probably hit every single player like a human pinball machine. We've got babies running onto the field. That was just about everything and more that you could hope for, or at least expect at a high school soccer game. My goodness. So the goal kick picked up by the Lady Wildcats. Lady Cougars, though, regained possession.
Been more head balls tonight than I recall seeing in a game.
A lot of headers from both sides. Hayden Alexander tries to clear it and gets it up for a moment to Lena Alfaro. She loses it, though. Lady Cougars now have it. They get it over to Shelton on the far side. She plays it in to Lindsay. She gets it over. Shot on goal. That one picked up by Phillips once again. That was Morgan Gafford with the shot. Lexi with what might have been her 37th save of the game. She's certainly up there in this one.
Soccer should keep, like hockey does, a shots on goal tracker.
They usually do when they have stat keepers.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I'm saying like on the scoreboard.
Oh, okay, yeah. KHSAA should be required to keep that for us.
I mean, they could make our jobs a little easier. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it would help a little bit.
Right.
Instead of just giving us goals. How to know how good someone's been? Well, here are their goals.
Yeah.
They've played in a number of games, and they've scored this number of goals, so.
It's about 7 o'clock, so I'll go ahead and tell you that you are listening to AM 1220 WFKN, Franklin, Kentucky.
You know, one day I'm going to make you let me do that.
Yeah.
Just so I can get the experience of saying it. Because, you know, most of the time, you know, at like a Western student station, all of our IDs just automatically play.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst part is that when I'm DJing, they will play someone else's.
Yes.
It is terrible.
Yes.
It really hurts my feelings. Lady Cougars once again attacking down the near side. They get it into the box, broken up by the Lady Wildcats initially.
Man, you got to get that out of there.
Pitt still fighting for it in the box. Madison Gregory now fighting for it for the Lady Wildcats. She gets it away initially, but the Lady Cougars play it back in the box. Brittany Bell now fighting for it. Multiple Lady Wildcats in the area. Lindsay now has it. She'll take a shot. That one sails wide. That's going to be a goal kick for the Lady Wildcats. It seems like once that ball gets into the box, Lady Wildcats just, they all expect each other to make a play on it, and they're just standing and watching each other.
Kind of standing straight up and look, kind of.
Yeah.
And that has not been good to them tonight.
It's one of those situations where it might be better if every single defender tried to make a play on the ball rather than expecting anyone else to. Lady Cougars claim it off the goal kick. Lindsay has it in the middle of the field. She'll play it over to Shelton. She's going to take a long shot from the far wing. That one picked up by Lexi Phillips. By my count, her 38th save of the game.
Unofficially.
Unofficially. Lady Wildcats now pushing down the far side. That's Mackenzie Reese fighting for it over there. She'll go down. No foul called on either side, though. Lady Cougars now have it. Trying to force the counterattack. And get it up to midfield. Kate Norwood in pursuit. They try to play it in. That's broken up by Brittany Bell. Anna Walker now has it. She'll play it over towards Madison Gregory. Well, these Logan County defenders have been excellent all night, and they are not giving any space to these attackers for the Lady Wildcats. Shelton now has it on the far side wing. She'll play it back towards the middle. Ball played in towards Lindsay, gets away from her. Alexander now has it for the Lady Wildcats. She'll play a long ball to Madison Gregory, but that one sails over her head and out of bounds. That's going to be a throw in for the Lady Cougars. Throw in claimed by Logan County. Lindsay comes up to get it. She'll pass it back to her defender who tries to get it all the way up to Goss and does an excellent pass. Goss now fighting to get in the middle. That one broken up by Emma Kremen. She gets it away. Anna Walker tries to play one up. Lady Wildcats have multiple attackers in the area. That ball gets away from Norwood. And that's going to be a... Oh, they saved it before the throw-in, so Logan County keeps the attack going. I thought they were going to let it go out of play, but they kept it in. Try to keep the pressure going. Ball played into the box. Picked up by Phillips. A beautiful ball in there from the Lady Cougars. Just got away from Pitts, and it's picked up by Phillips.
How much time we got?
22 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. If you're wondering why Brian asked, in case you don't remember from last game, it's because we do not have visibility of the scoreboard. They gave us a new little box to sit in, which was much appreciated, especially right now when we've got this kind of shade going on. We love to have an official little box. It's just that right now, the way it's set up on this side of the field, we can't see the scoreboard. So the plan is for next season for it to be on the other side of the field, and we will have full visibility of the scoreboard. But for now, we just make do with what we've got.
Just an update for you, Tyler. The Franklin Simpson volleyball team defeats Warren Central tonight, 2 games to none to win the match. So congratulations to the volleyball team. Thank you to Mr. Davis for that update.
And that Franklin Simpson volleyball team, they took on Logan County last Thursday. Of course, they play indoors, so they still had their match up, and the Lady Wildcats, I believe, won that one. I might be wrong, but I think they won it. You might want to fact check me.
I'm going to look back.
I think they won.
I'll fact check you. That's what the media does.
If I'm wrong, then I've been lied to, and if I'm right, then I'm a genius. That's how this works.
So before I tell you, what do you think happened?
I thought they won.
You thought they won?
Yes.
Okay.
Franklin won.
Against Logan County.
Yes, it was against Logan County.
No, they have not played Logan County since September the 6th.
They didn't play? Wow. Well, I guess they didn't play. Maybe maybe I'm crazy.
They've already played Logan County twice, I guess. Let's see.
Well, September the 6th was last Thursday.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, what happened last Thursday? What happened? Who won?
Hold on. So, again, you think who won?
I think Franklin won.
You got bad information.
Oh, my goodness.
My friend and compadre.
Oh, my goodness.
Logan County won 3-0.
Fake news.
Fake.
And that's fake news. Franklin won. Fake news.
I mean, what's KHSAA know?
What do they know? I mean, hey, they don't have shot on goal, so, I mean, what do they have?
Yeah.
They can't have the scores right at all. Lady Wildcats now with a throw-in in front of their bench, trying to mount some kind of attack now as we mount towards 20 minutes left in this game. Lady Wildcats trail at 3-0.
We have confirmed a couple of, believe it or not, we're going to start talking about basketball soon. Boys basketball tournaments. The week before Christmas, there'll be in a tournament at Butler County. Week after Christmas, they'll be in a tournament at Allen County. So, still no word on the girls yet. Their schedule, I have not seen a complete girl schedule yet. So,
I anxiously await.
Coach Lindsay, if you're listening,
nudge, nudge,
yeah,
wink.
holla at your boy.
Age is but a number.
That's right.
Age is nothing. I hope just if we can go to the stream and just cut out the portion, Chris back in the studio, if you can just grab the soundbite of Brian saying holla at your boy, that would be fantastic. I want that to be my new ringtone.
That should be a sound.
I want that to play every time I get a text message.
Yeah, from me.
It goes off, holla at your boy. I'm like, oh, it's Brian, okay, yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, you know. I'm cool, I'm hip, game, you know, I'm
game, okay. Yeah. I had a teacher today say, I'm hunted, keep it real with me, and she's like my elderly news teacher.
See?
So, I mean, hey.
You know.
Maybe it's just a broadcasting thing.
Yeah.
Nah.
Broadcasters are cool by nature, so.
You know what? I agree with that one.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
I hope you agree with that.
Yeah. I'm lame.
There is still a soccer game going on.
There is. A lot of back and forth has been going. There's been a lot of back and forth going on between the two teams.
Now a score.
That's a shot, a hard one in from Goss.
18
That's her 11th goal of the season. That one put in from the right side wing.
What's the first name?
Hannah Goss with that one. Puts the Lady Cougars now up 4-0 over the Lady Wildcats.
2 goals in the first half, 2 goals so far here in the second half, and still 18 minutes to play. The Lady Wildcats, I don't remember more than 1 or 2 even shots on goal tonight. It's just been really a dominating performance, hate to say, by Logan County.
You know, we really keep coming back to the importance of having this shot on goal. We really need someone to keep the shots on goal for us.
Maybe I'll try to remember to do that.
If you're listening and you would like to be a part of our broadcast, we are now hiring an intern, unpaid intern.
Yes, we're not hiring anybody.
We're bringing in an unpaid intern.
Yes, accepting volunteers.
Well, it sounds better if they can intern.
Yeah.
So you are going to be interning for WFKN and keeping track of the shots on goal during the girls' soccer game. If interested, call Brian Talley.
Yes.
If you are in his loop.
Yes.
That's the only qualification for this job. They have to be in your loop.
Right.
Lady Cougars have it,
It's a
trying
small
to push
circle,
down.
man. It's a small
It's
circle.
a very small circle. I am honored to be included in the circle.
You probably should be.
Lexi Phillips comes up with a cross gone wrong for the Lady Cougars. She'll kick it away for the Lady Wildcats.
Ooh, strike.
Griffin in pursuit for Franklin Simpson.
What's happening?
Whistle blown, and we have a foul called on the Lady Cougars. Brian looks around in confusion. I'm just going to call it as it is. It had to be a foul called. I don't know what the foul was called for, but a foul was called, and now Brittany Bell
I've seen more
will
contact
step up
than
to take the
that
free kick.
in the checkout line than Pick the Big League. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It's, you know, one thing will look like a foul, and it's not, and then the other one won't look like a foul at all, and it is. And that's why we're calling the game and not making the calls.
Yes, and I'm not even doing that very well.
Lady Cougars now on the attack again. This is Pitts now on the near side. Crimmins gets it away from her, though. She'll play it up to Alexander. She's fighting for possession. With Gafford, she gets it away momentarily. Lady Cougars have it again. Trying to play it up into the box. They've got Goss down there. She maintains possession, and she'll kick it over the goal.
Well, she might do that. Well,
A bicycle kick. Yeah, it looked like she was setting up for one. She's got some really good footwork. It's easy to see why she's their leading scorer.
If you could have pulled that one off, much respect.
And we do have the Channel 9 folks here recording. We might have been able to submit that in for some top 10 kind of stuff.
Heard your golden voice on.
They would have heard us talking about the importance of shots on goal and bringing in an unpaid
and a
intern.
bicycle kick.
Bicycle kicks, and if broadcasters are cool or not.
Right.
Thrilling audio. Lady Cougars have it again near the box. Lindsay gets it out. This time to Hamilton.
Maybe we should run a poll on our social media.
That's true.
Are Tally and Tyler cool?
I'm almost afraid to do that. I'm a little scared.
Did you see the poll on the Megs and Tally Show Twitter yesterday?
About who said?
Yeah.
Who
did you
told
vote
the story?
for?
Megs.
Yeah. Okay. There's another goal. Number 10.
You keep distracting me. That one scored by Abigail Lindsay. That's her second of the match. So that's a couple of goal scorers for the Lady Cougars with multiple goals. Shelton had 2 in the first half.
It's at 14.
Now Abigail Lindsay with 2 in this second half. And the Lady Cougars really just starting to run away with this game. They are now up 5-0.
Is that a 14-minute? The clock, the score.
Well, it just now hit 13, so I'm guessing it was 14.
Okay, I know what it was at 14:20.
So we're now under 14 minutes to go in this one. Lady Wildcats trailing at 5-0 now against the Lady Cougars. This Logan County attack has just been too much, it seems like, for the Lady Cats defense to handle. Lindsay has it again.
She's just
in the end of the box,
now.
and she just, like you said, she tees off and takes a long one and puts it right under the crossbar. A beautiful goal. Lady Wildcats gave her time to set and shoot, and boy, did she. And she's now has got 3 goals in this one. 2 in about a minute to put the Lady Cougars up 6-0.
Yep, 2 in a minute and 10 seconds, as a matter of fact.
It looks like the Lady Wildcats may be ready to go home,
Yep.
to put it simply.
The last 2 goals she has scored, they have put up no defensive fight at all.
Lindsay had time to just, it was like she was on a tee box. She sat there,
Yeah.
gave it a little wiggle, and
She
knocked it in.
put grass up in the air, see which way the wind was blowing. Changed clubs.
Talked to her caddy a little bit.
Yeah.
Switched from a 4-iron to a 5-iron and put it about 3 feet from the cup.
6-0 here. Second half, as the Logan County Lady Cougars have taken control with 4 goals here in the second half.
3 of those scored by Abigail Lindsay for the Lady Cougars. They got 2 from Brianna Shelton in the first half. And now it's been the Abigail Lindsay show here in the second 40 minutes of this one.
You know, Tyler, we talked about at halftime, the Lady Cats had to feel good about the position they were in, only down 2-0 at the half. And I said, you know, we'll see if they come out with some fire, and they didn't.
It seems like, if anything, Logan County came out with even more energy than they had in the first half when they came out and clearly looked like they were motivated to win this game. They've constantly been moving around. The offense has been moving the ball from side to side. And it seems like, just to put it simply, they have wanted this game more than the Lady Wildcats. Corner kick coming from the near side. That one played in by Shelton, broken up by Alexander. She'll have a chance to clear. And she does. The Lady Cougars will now have a throw-in in front of us. Ball played in to Pitts, broken up by Alexander. She'll clear that one away. That one goes deep towards that inside corner on the far side. The Lady Cougars will have to reset their attack after that was cleared away by Alexander. Taking towards 10 minutes left in this one, or 8 minutes till stoppage time. Lady Wildcats trail at 6-0. Ball played up to Pitts near midfield, broken up again by Alexander. Ball played up towards the Lady Cougars bench. It's going to be a throw-in for the Lady Wildcats. And ball played into Tovar. She loses it. Played up by Brittany Bell now. Broken up by the Lady Cougars. Lindsay has it again. She gets it out towards Shelton, who tries to play it up to Pitts. Shelton now gets it back outside the box. Has some contact with Caden Alexander, and a foul is going to be called on Alexander. We heard that collision from here.
We did.
Free kick in from Shelton. That's going to be picked up by Lexi Phillips, and she'll kick it away with her 45th save of this game. Unofficial, of course.
Yes.
That comes with an asterisk.
Yes.
It would be official, though, if we had our volunteer
It's like Barry
keeper.
Bond's stats.
I'm guessing you were not on the Barry Bonds Hall of Fame train.
No. If Pete Rose can't be in the Hall of Fame, nobody should ever be elected to the Hall of Fame in any sport again.
I think does that opinion come with an asterisk from a diehard Reds fan?
No, it just comes from a
It's fact.
baseball fan, and that's just fact.
If Brian Talley speaks it,
Yes.
it's fact. Lady Cougars have a chance to attack again and play it in towards Pitts in the middle, but that one broken up by Crimmins.
But yes, if you ever wondered if cats can play hide and seek, Megan's can.
Yeah,
According to
10 minutes later,
yes,
they get back to it.
they play hide and seek. So, you know, whatever.
My dog plays the opposite. It plays, here I am not going away, and I'm going to lick you
Yes.
until you die.
My cat plays leave me alone. If I want you in my life, I'll let you go. You know.
That's why I immediately knew to vote Megs.
Yes.
You wouldn't. I mean, you could just see it be a generally positive story about cats, and it's not whatever the option for not tally is.
Yeah. Now I love my cat, but he's not going to play hide and seek.
Got a slide tackle from the Lady Cougars. That looks like it might be called for a foul.
I
but
don't get it.
Pitts now has it in the box. She's got a chance to put a shot on, and that one will be picked up by Lexi Phillips. And the rule on, I don't know if you know this, on slide tackles, but if they make contact with the ball first, if they make contact with the body, it's not going to be a foul. As long as they make contact with the ball first, usually they won't call it. Unless they like barely touch the ball and all, and they just maliciously, take their legs out.
Sure.
But speaking of cats, my mom actually just got forced into adopting one.
I saw that.
Yeah, my dad is not the most thrilled in the world with it.
John, if you're listening, congratulations.
Congratulations. But it's a boy. We figured out. But I know Mom is thrilled. You know, most mothers are absolutely just could not be happier when they have another baby to raise, even if it is a cat.
Well, when I see your dad again, I'll ask him if he's passing out cigars and everything. So,
Lady Wildcats have it near the box. Ball gets away though from Anna Walker. Kaden Alexander trying not to let the Lady Cougars mount any attack. She clears it all the way back into the hands of Alvis. She'll put a long throw on it. Up to Lindsay, who now has it. Ball gets away from her to Alexander. And even now, Brian, the hustle from Logan County is really impressing me. They are still flying around the field, constantly pursuing the ball. That's something we talk about a lot with football, you know, being in constant pursuit of the ball. And that's something that these Logan County defenders in particular really have been able to do. They are constantly tracking down the ball and making plays on it and preventing this Lady Wildcats offense from being able to do very much. Shelton now has it on the near side wing. She plays it over to Lindsay, who gives it back to her. On the give and go, she tries to put on a move on the near side wing and does.
Speaking of football, forgot to give that to you earlier.
Ryan has given me the Meade County roster. We will be traveling there tomorrow. He will be kindly picking me up at Western at about 2 o'clock. Very sweet of him to offer to do that. Game time set for 8 Eastern, 7 Central. We'll be on at 6:15 Franklin time. Speaking of time, we've got just under 5 minutes left in this one. Lady Wildcats trail it still 6-0. Lady Cougars now with a throw in deep towards the inside corner. And it looks like it may actually be a corner kick, and it is. So the Lady Cougars still with another opportunity to score. Pitts is going to take it for Logan County. Ball on its way. It's a good one. Header played by Lindsay, and that one goes over the goal. And another good scoring opportunity there for the Lady Cougars. Fortunately for the Lady Wildcats, not that it matters extremely much at this point. But that ball sails over the crossbar. It's going to be a goal kick for the Lady Wildcats. Pitts now has it. Plays it into Shelton. A good give and go once again. Pitts now has it on the inside wing. She tries to play it in. Multiple Lady Wildcats there, though. Break it up for a second. Shelton has it again. She plays it over to Lindsay. It looked like she might set and shoot again from far out, but she passes it over. On the far side wing, ball played in the box, broken up by Alexander, and now picked up by Lexi Phillips. Minute and a half left until stoppage time. Lady Wildcats just trying to finish this game off. Currently trailing at 6-0. Alexander with another good clearance. Going to force a throw in for the Lady Cougars near midfield.
Mr. Casey Spears was who came over and spoke to me, Tyler, and He is a Franklin native, but is a principal, I think, at Logan County High School. And he said he was listening to us on his way to the game and got to hear me say, "Holla at your boy."
Oh, my goodness.
So he did say we sound good, and
Maybe he saved it for me. Maybe he got that audio clip saved for me.
He's a pretty good old dude.
Of course, we appreciate anyone listening, no matter if they're a principal in Logan County.
Yeah. Is that, no? I didn't know if that was it or not. They kind of started walking like they'd given up or something, so. Not sure what's
Looks like the Lady Wildcats have a goal kick out of whatever it was. Caden Alexander
can't be much time.
going to take that. We're down towards the 2-minute mark. I'm not sure how to stop the clock if I'm going to have to.
I think he'll probably come back and do it.
He's got 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I think it'll be okay if he doesn't. Or, you know, should I hit a button?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, I'm not going to hit any buttons. Lady Cougars, though, have a goal kick. Or corner kick, rather, excuse me. That's going to be played in by Goss. Ball played in. It's another good one. Shelton had a chance at it, gets away from her. Lindsay goes out to get it on the far side wing. She puts a move on.
Good ball skills.
Cuts inside, makes another defender miss. Lady Cougars still with possession. They get it over on the far side again. And ball played off Pitts. Looks like it's going to be a throw-in for the Lady Wildcats, deep over there on the far side corner. Ball thrown in. That one picked up by Gregory. She'll put on a move and try to get down that wing. Does momentarily. Ball deflected out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in again for the Lady Wildcats. That one picked up by Anna Walker. She tries to put on a move to get inside. Cleared away quickly, though, by the Lady Cougars. It'll be another Lady Wildcats throw-in in front of the Logan County bench. Lady Cougars have it now on the near side wing again. Anna Shelton with it. She puts on a move to get inside. She might have a shot on it. She does, and that one goes in on the left corner right under the crossbar.
With 15 seconds.
With 15 seconds left in this one. Brianna Shelton strikes again. Now her third goal of this one to put the Lady Cougars up 7-0 over the Lady Wildcats in stoppage time, but I guess we know exactly when it happened because the clock wasn't stopped, so we know it happened with what would have been 15 seconds left in the half.
That's it.
And now time is called on this one. So the Lady Wildcats ultimately drop this game to the Lady Cougars 7-0. We'll be back after this break with your game wrap-up, and then we'll send it home from there. You are listening to LadyCat Soccer on WFKN.